maybe we just need to admire this man's longevity and just have to accept the fact that he may never retire. So obviously, they've been talking now, guys. Remember before I even forget, man. Guys, scan the QR code to join the Discord. Scan that QR code and join the Discord. I'm also in the Discord group. Please, just for what's it called, gaming, all that kind of stuff. Join that QR code for the Discord Salinki. Guys, check this out. He is now on fifth. So basically, I think Taylor Swift has 60 million subs. Taylor Swift has 60 million subs. He is now on. So basically, probably by the time I upload this video, he'll probably be on 60 million subs. So that's already done. So he's already on 60. This guy has reached 60 million subscribers in the space of, I think, 2 weeks. That is scary. 60 million subs in 2 weeks is frightening. I told you, he beats my sub count in about 20 seconds. He beats my sub count. I've been working for 10 years. He beat that in 20 seconds. So look, it is interesting to see how many subs he is going to get. And look, he's trying to go for Mr. Beast. And I'll tell you how he can beat Mr. Beast. There is a way he can beat him. There is a way that he can beat Mr. Beast. There is a way. But we'll deal with that afterwards, man. But so they've been talking, man. What was that? So your boy and Rio, they've been talking, They've been trying. Remember, these guys, so you have to remember that, because I think there was a interview when he was at United, and I think it was him, Nani, and Rio. And I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe some fans will know, I do believe that the guys who he was really close with, friends-wise, was I think Nani, obviously he's Portuguese. Rio, I think he was really good friends with Rio. Hence why he thought, okay, look, English is widely spoken. Who is the other English speaker that I really know, who I played with, who I'm friends with? And he also has a very, very, very good YouTube channel as well. Rio, what's up? So he made the call and said, what's up to your boy, Rio, man. So obviously that made sense. That made sense there. So obviously, what were these guys talking about? And I think they talk about various things, about Real Madrid and everything, but I wanted to really focus on his age and him wanting to continue to say, what's up, man? And it's something that I've talked about. It's something that I have definitely talked about, which is, when is the guy going to retire? And I've come out and said, and maybe I've changed my tune slightly. My tune is still the same, but it's changed slightly after watching the interview. I've said, look, there's nothing more for you to achieve. You might as well call it a day now. And if you call it a day, you'll still be one of the greatest club players of all time and the greatest Champions League player of all time. We'll get there. But I think he made a very key point with regards to why he keeps on going and how he keeps on going. So those are two things. Why he keeps on playing and how he's able to still play at such a level, at such an age, So, put it this way, I'm not going to reveal my age, but I have 2 ages. Sometimes I'm 20, which I'm 20 this year, and sometimes I'm around the ballpark of Cristiano's age. And bro, I played football for the first time in I think about 5-6 years. I'm still suffering from leg cramp, and I've been bedridden for literally like the last day or so. So, as somebody who, sometimes I told you I have 2 ages. I have one 20 years age and I have another age where I'm around his ballpark. I'm like, bro, I admire that you're still able, within the body of a guy in their late 30s, to be able to say what's up and still even to play at somewhat of an elite level. Even this is not the Premier Elite level, to still play somewhat at an elite level at his age is something to be admired, because it takes a lot of work to do that. And then he says, so that's why, so it's let's deal with the how and the why. So the how is he able to do this? And I think it's an interesting thing, which is mind over body. So he says that obviously you have to do the work with your body. So use the example of Pepe. You have to be in great shape. You have to eat well, and you have to sustain that. So my older brother, he's like in his 40s, and he's in great shape. But every single day, he goes to the gym every single day. He is strict with his diet, and he is very careful and meticulous with every single thing that he eats. That's why if he looks at me like, bro, he looks like if he's in his 20s because he's in his 40s, but he takes care of his body so well every single day. That's why he can do that. So for Cristiano, Age Pepe, they have paid so much attention to how they treat their bodies. That is why they're even able to be in a position where they can still play at this level. Bro, Pepe was arguably a top defender in the UCL, hitting 40 or 40 plus, which is insane. Unlike some guys like your boy in the Garden of Eden, man. But he also said that like mind over body, because he said that, look, everything goes into the mind. If you think you're old, you're old. If you think you're young, you're young. So there are 70-year-olds that act and operate much younger than 20-year-olds. There are 20-year-olds that act as if they are 40, 50, or 60, just because of how they think. And there are 60, 70-year-olds, these guys act like they're 40. I just go watching the new film, Beetlejuice, the second film, Beetlejuice. Yeah, it was cool. I was shocked by Michael Keaton's performance. I was like, bro, this guy is 73. And the energy with which he acted was like the energy and the aura of a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old. And he's in his 70s. So for Cristiano, we're not, say what you want about Cristiano. Love him or hate him, admire him as a player or not, whatever your views about him as a player are. And again, I already have my views of him as a player, and I'm not going to come here to do that. We already know how I view him as a player. Put that to one side. You have to admire his mentality. Now this bleeds into the why, but sticking with the how is his mentality. Because he's got such a strong mentality, he has a resounding belief that no, I am not old. I can still do this at a high level. I am still fit. I can still operate at an optimum level. And because he believes that so profoundly, that is why he's been able to do this, because the mind and the power of the mind can affect what the body can do. I'll give you a really good example. I believe this is true, and people have made this example. So there was a mother, and her kid was like trapped under a car. Regular mother. Because of the fear of losing her child, she lifted up that car to free the child. In most circumstances, she doesn't have the strength to do that. And she wouldn't even think of doing that because she's like, bro, I can't. But because of just the urgency of the situation of seeing her child in danger, her mind made her body believe that you can lift up that car. Normally, she would not think that I'm able to, but her body can't do it. It's just that her mind's like, nah. But because of her baby in that situation, her mind made her body believe I can lift up that car. So for Cristiano, he's saying that my mind is saying to my body, I can play at this level. I can play at the Euros, and I'm going to play this damn World Cup. And the why? Because he wants to prove people wrong. Me. I'm the why. I am the why. I am the why. Because Cristiano, he said, look, I like to prove people wrong. If people say you can't do this, I like to prove them wrong. And I'm one of those guys that says that retire, you're done, you're no longer an elite player. And Cristiano's like, oh, really? Bet. I'll show you. So for people like me, who are the detractors and who are praying for him to retire, he's saying, no, I am going to prove people like you, Nigerian Baldy, that I still can play at this level and still compete with these other younger players. Now, I think it's a bad move, and I think it's the wrong move. But for Cristiano, that is what fuels him. What fuels him is trying to say, oh, you think that I can't play at this level? You think I cannot still score goals at this level? I'm going to show you. And that is a very strong motivational factor. Trust me. The desire to prove detractors wrong, that's very strong. It's very strong. And look, as I said again, look, if Cristiano was to retire now, he retires as the greatest ever Champions League player of all time. That's without a doubt. Shout out to Messi, with what Messi did. He will retire as the greatest ever player in Champions League history, and he will go down as one of the greatest club football players of all time. These are facts that cannot be denied. Now, you can have your subjective view in terms of how you view him as a football player, his level of touch, all those things, but what can't be denied objectively are his numbers, his goal-to-game ratio for Real Madrid, and the amount of clutch goals he scored for both Man United and for Real Madrid in the most elite club competition, which is the UCL. That cannot be denied. Love him or hate him. Those are just facts. So if he was to retire now, he'd be good. He'd be good. But the thing, though, is I really would not be surprised if we see Cristiano with full-on grey hair, because I'm saying to myself that, look, because we sort of did the math during like a hangout. So I think it was wrong. I think the Saturday hangout. He's going to that World Cup. And for me, I get it now. If he wants to get to 1,000 goals. He wants to get to 1,000 goals. Why stop now? So in his mind is like, bro, what sounds sexier? What sounds better? 900 or 1,000? 1,000 sounds better. So he's like, I need to just get to 1,000 goals. And if he can just get to 1,000 goals, and if, dare I say, that coincides with the World Cup dub, then we're having a very different conversation. But that's one side. For me, World Cup, he's not winning the World Cup. That's just not happening. 1,000 goals is realistic. Based on how he's kept himself in shape and what he's been able to do with his body, and he's still scoring, 1,000 goals is very feasible as long as he doesn't get any major injuries. So I do believe that for Cristiano Ronaldo, he is not retiring until he gets to 1,000 goals. Then he'll start thinking about retiring. So, because I thought that, is he going to announce it next year or year before? Now that I've seen he's hit that 900 goal mark, and the 1,000 goal mark is what? Just some goals, like 19-something goals away. He is going for 1,000 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo is not retiring until he hits 1,000 goals. I'm in two minds. I still feel he should retire because there's nothing left to do, and him hitting 1,000 goals for me, doesn't change anything. For me, the GOAT conversation isn't about just stats and numbers and goals, because GOAT convos come with context. It's what goals did you score? When did you score them? What trophies did you win? What impact did you have? What moments did you have? That's what puts you in the GOAT conversation, not just raw numbers. So that's for me. But on the other side, on just a legacy tip, on just from a whole personal accolade thing to put in the museum, 1,000 goals does sound nice. I'm not going to lie. 1,000 goals sound nice. It doesn't change the GOAT conversation. But from a personal, legacy, historical, Wikipedia point of view, 1,000 goals sounds nice. So go for it. Go for it, man. And what's going on? Now, I talked about, see, you're getting a lot of subscribers, almost on 60 mil. It has to happen. It's got to happen. If Cristiano brings on Messi for an interview, which they can do in Spanish with English subtitles because he does speak Spanish, that would break YouTube and the internet. It would. It would break YouTube and the internet. I truly believe that video could hit a bill. It could hit a bill. Because, see, it's hard to know because, see, we live in the football world. Yes, football is the number one sport. Is football bigger than some of these Latino musical artists? Despacito Tax? Is football as big as Cocomelon? Baby Shaq, 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 Shaq. Mommy Shaq, 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 Shaq. Uncle Shaq, 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 Shaq. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But they are two of the biggest sports stars out there. Cristiano Ronaldo is the most followed sports person on Instagram. And based on just how football is still growing, specifically with social media, a Messi Cristiano interview would be huge. It would be massive. And I do believe that if he does do that, that 60 million subscribers could very easily head over to 100 mil. Not 100, 100 mil. 100. Ebonics, 100. Niger, 100. million subscribers and more. Because that video hits a bill views where they talk about everything. About their rivalry, Real Madrid, Barca, it would be one of the most watched videos on YouTube of all time. I guarantee you that video hits a bill views and is easily in the top 10 most viewed videos of all time. 1,000%, 100%. And that's what it really happens. So make it happen. And it's going to eventually happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when will it happen. Because I think they still have a good relationship. I think their wives are both from Argentina and they both like each other. So that's my thing, man. Guys, remember, man, scan that QR code to join the Discord, and I'll see you there on that Discord. And Cristiano, look, man, do your thing, bro. Look, as I said again, you can't hate on someone trying to chase personal history. You can't hate on someone trying to put a stake on their legacy. Even if I may feel that it's futile and it's wrong and he should be focusing on other stuff, I can hate. And if it ends up, now that's told you, if it ends up with 1,000 goals, boom. But, this is where it gets crazy. If he ends up with 1,000 goals, and that coincides with him winning the World Cup, think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.